Ramon Foster also tweeted out a picture of Le'Veon Bell looking like, where's Waldo? All right, listen. My gut doesn't like them talking this kind of trash. But if I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I got to be honest with you, I'm thrilled to death. These guys are all in this year about winning, and this team, I don't like them really talking smack on Le'Veon Bell, but I think it's an indication that the Steelers, to a man, are all in about this year and trying to take advantage of Big Ben being in the best shape, Big Ben being at the end of his prime, Antonio Brown being at the beginning of his prime. I feel like Mike Tomlin's got this team on edge in the right way for the beginning of the season.
Well, Jason, I was laughing because yesterday we had the conversation, and I was saying that, you know, from a player standpoint, when you look at what Earl Thomas said, talking about not letting my teammates down, not letting the city down, the fans, that's what's happening with Le'Veon. And the players stood with him in the preseason, but now when the regular season starts, I'm not counting your money, but you're messing with my money now because we need you to be among the best teams in the league, and you can't give games away. So, you know, I don't have a problem with what the Steelers are saying. I think Le'Veon is getting bad advice from a DC, his agent, and I'll talk about that a little bit, but I want to let the other guys, you know, chime in here. But it's not a good situation.
You just want to celebrate being right for a change again.
Man,
that's one time each day.
The way they're talking, y'all both wrong. 100% wrong, ain't even close to being right. This is like unreal. Man, Ramon Foster needs to shut up dude.
No.
You don't do this.
Yes, you do.
Okay, look, Marquise Pouncey, when you signed your deal, you're the highest paid center in the league. You didn't have to complain about getting paid. They gave you your money. Mm-hmm. Big Ben, they give you your money. Right. Le'Veon Bell is the best back in the league. Pay me as such. You don't. Mike Tomlin, you talking about, oh, he has his team on edge. Mike Tomlin is tripping because you get in that meeting and you say, don't comment on Le'Veon Bell. You know you're going to get asked this question. And for them to talk about this openly, like you don't do that type of stuff at all. It would be a problem when he comes back in the locker room. It's going to be a problem.
TJ, let me just say this.
I'm messing with your money. Okay. It's my money. Okay. It's me first, then the team.
Oh, so you're the selfish player because you getting $14 million?
No.
You pay within the top 10.
How many touches is he gonna get this year?
Well, if he don't show up to week 10, probably 200. But at the end of the day,
and that's a lot in 6 weeks.
At the end of the day, here's the issue. It's a team game from my standpoint. I'm not messing with your money. I stood with you doing preseason. I said, hey, man, this guy needs to be paid. He's one of the best. But when we come in here on week 1 regular season, it's time to roll. We got to put that behind us. You got $14 million on the table. 2 years will give you 26. Again, I'm not counting your money. That's your deal.
Yeah, you
but
are.
I'm saying, you hurting my money now.
No, I'm not hurting your money.
You stopping me from potentially having a chance to go to the Super Bowl because you are the number 1 bell count. You are the guy that we count on.
You're making my point.
But Pittsburgh, as an organization, has decided that they don't want to give you the money because, again, as I said yesterday, I believe there's a defect. The second thing, DC, his agent, is trying to put himself on a platform and trying to get ahead in recruiting, saying we don't want Le'Veon to have those kind of numbers this year running, touching the ball that way because we're trying to protect him from getting hurt. If I'm an organization looking at this, next year I'm damn sure not going to pay a 27-year-old running back.
They not paying him anyway.
No, I'm saying the organization that a DC thinks is going to pay him, I'm not going to pay him that kind of money because this guy seems to be the kind of guy that if he gets paid, he ain't going to go to work.
Go ahead, Greg.
I'm with you.
Right.
Hoosh.
Y'all selfish.
You're on the right side.
We
smart.
It has nothing to do with you talking about they not counting. You talking about they not counting his money. He's comparing. He's making 2 and 3 and 4 times more than me. So what? What they're disturbed about is Wednesday they thought he was coming in.
Because it's time to roll.
Hold on. David DeCastro says we thought he was going to be here today. This was a couple days ago. He makes us all look kind of stupid. That's their problem. He didn't show up. Number one, they should have never. Pouncey should have never said, "Oh, he'll be here Wednesday."
Well,
don't say that.
He's a captain.
No, it doesn't matter how much.
Ben made his statements, we ain't saying nothing about Ben.
No, Ben ain't talking about his. He's not talking about his money. He's not talking about, man, he's selfish or we basically see who he is. This is you, my guy.
You was my guy. I thought you was my guy. Because I'm gonna come to bite. I'm gonna come to fight for you. If you get in a fight on the street, B-Cox coming throwing haymakers. We going down together.
Why aren't you backing me and telling them to pay me then?
I did all preseason. Now they didn't pay you. No. You didn't sign your tenure to make your $14 million.
See,
we need to win.
When you were playing in your prime, when Emmitt Smith had his holdout, What did Charles Haley do? He had a fit. Like,
know.
y'all better get him in here throwing helmets through the wall. Like,
Well,
I mean,
that was before they knew Charles Haley had all the mental issues.
No, I don't want to hear that.
Let me ask this question to the guy, Greg and TJ.
To the selfish guys.
Yeah, well, to the guys with a different point of view. Do y'all think there maybe is what Brian's saying, there's a defect somewhere? And Brian's putting it on the agent. I'm saying if his relationship with his teammates was better previously, in the previous years, would they be doing this? I think there may be some guys in that locker room, like when he showed up 5 minutes left in a walkthrough on Saturday before a playoff game, there's other things he's been doing along the way that they feel like we don't have to support him we don't have to die on the hill with Le'Veon because he hasn't been dying with us.
That's fine.
But don't
talk about this. That's okay. This is what's happened. The organization and Mike Tomlin, they got the players fighting a battle for him. That's all. Dude, Mike Tomlin is okay in this, and that's not cool. Because if they get parked this week by Cleveland and then they lose their next game, they go, oh, man, they distracted by... Man, just worry about you. Worry about the game. If he shows up, he shows up.
I can't worry about just me because...
If you got so much faith in James Conner, you ain't tripping on Le'Veon not being
here. I've never said that. What I'm saying, though, is week one, right now, these games are now important. They are now for real. It's not some, let's see who the rookies are, let's try to figure out what our team is. We know what our team is. You are one of the big three on our team. We are dependent on you. If we go out there and we get off to a slow start and we start to struggle, you lessen my opportunity to potentially make the playoffs and make the Super Bowl. Now, that's messing with my money. That's how we get into the messing with my money.
Brian, what you're making
messing
a great
with
point.
your money, but they not messing with his.
Exactly.
He messing with his money. He didn't sign the tender. He got $14 million on the table.
See, come on,
he hadn't signed his tender.
When you look
$14 million ain't good money for a running back.
When you look at the landscape of what has been transpiring with contracts, even let's go with just the running back. Look at what Todd Gurley got. You mean to tell me he can't get 3/4 of that? He has to get something.
Well, what's the difference? Todd Gurley showed up.
It's a difference.
You got to show up to get paid.
Jason,
football players want to play.
To your point, I think there probably is some type of defect. But like you said, so what? You don't talk about what's going on in my pocketbook, measuring what I'm potentially making or what I could make or why I should be in because I'm making more than you. That has nothing to do with it. We got
to go. The last thing I'm going to say on this, and I'm sorry you don't have a chance to respond, is somebody I was looking for. One of these players said something about the league being more about the individual now. Mm-hmm. And
that was Ramon Foster.
Okay, Ramon Foster said that. And I think that's a growing sentiment around the league because some of these players think the same thing that I think. That some guys on the team, from Antonio Brown with the Facebook Live to everybody with their Twitter brands, it's all about how I can use football to elevate myself. And so when I hear them talk about this individuality, I think there's also some guys, and again, I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I think it's part of it. It's just they look at the Kaepernick thing, they look at the Players Coalition thing. It's like everything's not about football anymore. And so, Brian, you're asking for, I'm sorry for not letting you respond, but it's like you're asking for people to have that old school, it's all about the team deal. But if you look across the league, it's all about your social media brand. It's all about what you're doing for this or that. It's not just about football anymore,
Two
Brian.
words, salary cap. That's made the game a selfish game. Before the salary cap, everybody...
When guys get released, nobody cries about that.
Nope.